Let me know what you guys think about it. Okay, on to the spells. Attack regulation, I put on here more because I love the art on it. I mean, Injection Fairy Lily's telling the goblins to hold up. There's too many goblins on the freaking field. You need to slow down. So it says it's a stall card. If your opponent controls 3 or more monsters, your opponent cannot declare an attack. So it's a stall card, you know, maybe even a lockdown. I prefer Dark Door, where your opponent can only attack with 1 monster, because, you know, if they've got 3 monsters or more, they're probably going to figure out a way to exceed or synchro or something to get rid of them till they get down to 2. It won't be that hard. So this one's just kind of okay, but the art's awesome. Alright, big Vanity Silhouette. I don't know if they're going to change the name. They probably will. It's a quick play, and it's just like a Axe of Despair. When a monster declares an attack, you can activate this card by selecting 1 face-up monster on the field. It gains 1,000 until the end of the battle phase. So whenever they attack you or you attack them, it says when a monster declares an attack. So it's like a surprise Axe of Despair, but it's just limited for the turn. Interesting. It might get some play from people who may not have, you know, a bunch of money to spend on the expensive cards. XYZ Gift as a rare is pretty darn good. I like it. If you control 2 or more face-up XYZ monsters, detach 2 materials you control, so maybe like 1 from each, and draw 2 cards. So pretty good. I wish it was a quick play, but I wish everything was a quick play sometimes. Photon Via, one of my favorite cards. It's a common. I don't think it'll stay a common. I think it should at least be a super. But then again, it's not quite as broken as some of the other photons, so maybe a rare. Let's compromise. Return 3 light monsters from your hand to the deck. Add up to 3 level 4 or lower light monsters from your deck to your hand. But if you add 2 or more cards to your hand, because it says you can add up to 3, is what it says here. Okay? But if you add 2 or more, they must have the same card name. So you can add like 3 Daybreakers or some Saber Tigers, which we'll get to at the end. So I'll explain that later. Good card. Photon Lead is actually one of my favorites. I hope it gets upgraded to super because it is a quick play. It does have to. It helps lights out, and look at that art. It's Shining Angel. Just been like, hey, Nova Summoner, you're on the field now. So without any requirements, it just says special summon 1 level 4 lower light monster from your hand and face up attack. For free, for nothing, no requirements. Broken. I mean, that with agents is just, oh my god. So I don't really want to talk about that too much. That card's amazing. You should try to get some if you're going to be at the sneak. Photon Booster is not bad as a rare. You target 1 face-up level 4 lower non-token light monster on the field. The attack of that monster and other monsters on the field with the same name become 2,000 until the end phase. I put this on here mainly because it's a photon card. I don't really think anybody will run this, or maybe run 1. So, I don't know. If you're playing some little bitty light monsters and you want to boost them up to 2,000, that's pretty sick. The only reason I think somebody would play this, though, is because this helps get Galaxy Eyes Photon out. I mean, it gets Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, and that is good. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. Evil Karma is pretty cool because it's a continuous spell. It helps the Evolds out. When a monster is special summoned by the effect of an evil tile monster, you know, the reptiles, the guys that seem to do all the searching and helping, like the support cards. So when it's special summoned by the effect, you control, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects. Pretty freaking nasty. It's like a skill drain, trap stun, spell canceller, whatever you want to call it. So they can't activate any of their stuff. It's a great card. It's some, you know, like a cold wave and heat wave maybe is the better way to think about it. Good card. And like I said, it's continuous. This is a quick play, Evil Miracle, and it's target 1 monster that was special summoned by the effect of an evil tile monster. This turn it cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects. I'm not sure if I'm going to play these. Not bad, but situational. Got to be careful with that one because it is a quick play, and you know, I don't know. I probably won't run it, but it is new, and I wanted to talk about it just like this one with the wind-ups. That'll probably, the name on that one will probably change because who knows. Overwhelmed Spring, common. Target one face-up wind-up monster, or not face-up, sorry. Target one wind-up monster in your grave, special summon it and face up a defense position. Its effects are negated and it cannot be attributed or be used as synchro material, but as we all know, it'll be used to get out Zen Meister or Zen Mains. Extra Gate, love this card, can't wait to get some. Super rare, quick play, my favorite type. Declare a level from 1 to 12. Your opponent banishes, which is removed from play, one monster from their extra deck with that level. If there are no monsters with the declared level in their extra deck, discard a card. Discarding a card is at the end, it is part of the effect. So, throwing this in with your Dark Worlds, maybe side deck it if you're playing against a heavy deck. You know, they play their Junk Seeker on, they bring out something else, and you can just feel it. They're gonna synchro summon. Call out level 5, call out level 6, you know, whatever it is. So I think that's a really good card. Shard of Greed got upgraded to a secret because it has to do with drawing, is my opinion. I think the art's kind of cool. Each time you conduct your normal draw phase during your normal draw during your draw phase, immediately place one greed counter on the card. So you play it, and then the next time your next draw phase is when it actually starts to work. If this card has 2 or more greed counters, you can send it to the graveyard to draw 2. So everybody's like, oh god, that's slow, it's slow. Well, okay, are you going to be really that upset if they play their MST and get rid of it? Yeah, I mean, you're not going to be happy, but you're also going to realize it's good MST bait, but if they can't get rid of it, you're about to plus. I mean, you're going to get a +1 right there. So, great card. Tri-White Zone, I really like. I don't play Skull Servants, but I just might start. It's a rare. It's not a quick play, but still, it's fantastic. You target 3 of your level 2 or lower normal monsters in your graveyard, special summon those targets. There's obviously other things to do with this, but I think, obviously, because even the picture shows, the Skull Servants are where the nastiness is at. So, let me know what you guys think about that. I think that's pretty good. And I guess you could also, this card's really good just period for any of the decks that are going to run level 1 and 2 normals, like Shine Balls, for instance. That way they can get back into their gotcha again, or their level 1 exceeds, or excuse me, rank 1 exceeds. Good card. Temporary Truce, a lot of people don't like it. I'm not sure if I really like it, but I do like it enough to show you, because it says both players draw a card, and then until your opponent's next turn, all damage any player takes becomes 0. So I think, you know, Upstart Goblin, even though your opponent doesn't get to draw, they just gain 1,000. This allows them both to draw a card, but it says until your opponent's next turn. So when you play it on your turn, unfortunately, when you do anything, you attack them or whatever, it's like them playing Wabaku. They don't take any damage. Their monsters are still going to die, but still, so what? Then on the next upcoming turn after that, when your opponent gets to go, you don't take any damage, which is really nice too. So I don't know. What do you guys think about this? Is this just for drawing? Is it, you're not really decking out fast enough, so that's really probably never going to get any see any play. What do you guys think about this? Let me know. Deadly Poisonous Wind. I only put this in here because the gustos are coming out. It's a continuous, and while this card is on the field, neither player can special summon wind monsters, and also the wind monsters that are already on the field lose 500. So really hurts some of the gustos. I think as far as I remember, they are based upon special summoning each other and helping each other. Regretful Complaint. I can't talk today. Regretful Complaint. I like this. Activate only if you take battle damage from an opponent's monster attacking directly, which kind of sucks because, you know, a lot of people are like, why don't I just play Gores? But you get to gain control over the face-up opponent's monster with the highest defense, which hopefully will be like, let's say, Stardust or a big Synchro monster, until your next end phase. You can't attack with it, and its effects are negated, but you can easily steal stuff. You play that in a Monarch deck, and it could, you could have a lot of fun with that. Pretty nasty, because it doesn't say you can't. It says you can't attack. You can still Synchro with it. You can still Exceed with it. You can still tribute it. You can do all those things. Damage Diet. Kind of thought this card was cool. The art's kind of crazy. Not really sure what the art is, but whatever. During this turn, all damage you take is halves. That's battle and effect. So also you can remove and play this card in your graveyard to half all effect damage you take. So I guess the first part, all damage you take is halved, is talking about battle damage, but not bad. I think a lot of people that don't have amazing cards will play this. I doubt it'll be in any of the top decks, but I just thought it was interesting. Fish Rain, you know, for those of you guys who are still waiting for the remove from play fish to be good, maybe this will help a little bit. Activate only when a face-up fish, sea serpent, or aqua type monster you control is removed from play, which happens all the time. Special summon one level 3 or lower fish, sea serpent, or aqua type monster from your hand. Good card. Good card. Hey Crevice is one of my personal favorites. I really hope that card does not stay common. I hope it becomes a super. Activate when one monster you control is destroyed by an opponent's card effect and sent to the graveyard, which, as we know, happens pretty often. Select one monster your opponent controls and send it to the graveyard and inflict damage to your opponent's life points equal to the attack of the monster. That's just fan-freaking-tastic. The fact that it selects kind of can suck, but it does send, so that's fantastic as well. The only problem is this doesn't work with like bottomless and so forth, but it still works. There's still a lot of single destruction out there. It would be pretty decent against Arc Worlds. Luminize, I kind of like it actually. It's just a regular old common trap. Activate only when your opponent declares an attack with a monster. Negate the monster's attack, so that's great. And until your next end phase, one face-up light monster gains attack equal to the opponent's monster's attack. So I really like that. I mean, it helps out your small fairies or your photons or whatever you're playing. Maybe even Lumina in Lightsworn. So not a bad card. Another Evil support card. It's a common trap. When a monster you control is targeted for an attack, you can just target one of your Evil monsters in your graveyard, special summon it, then change the attack target to the monster you just brought out. So good card. I really like that.